Hey guys, it's James Upjohn here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Options tab. I'm going to click on the icon over on the far right hand corner of the screen. When we first load it up, you're going to see there's a browser window count and there's a socket spread count. I highly recommend that when you first start using Magic Submitter, you just leave those top two sliders exactly as they are, and you'd only ever need to change those if you had let's say a super fast computer. You could turn the sliders up a little bit, or if you've got an older machine or you want to be using your machine at the same time that Magic Submitter's running. The next tab that we've got down here, or the next check mark we've got, is ping new links automatically. So I do recommend that you check that. Next is stop on error. We want to leave that one unchecked, and restart Magic Submitter if low memory detected. We leave that one as it is. The next two options that we need to look at are run Magic Submitter at Windows Startup. I recommend that you do check that. And then finally at the bottom it says auto recovery Magic Submitter when it crashed. So I'm going to check this. The next tab that we need to look at is the Captchas tab. By default, Magic Submitter's got 3 different Captcha solving softwares that you can use. You can use Bypass Captcha, which is the one at the top. You can use Death by Captcha, or you can use Image Typers. If you go with the Bypass Captcha, you're going to get sent an API key. It's a very long string of text and numbers. All you would do if you wanted to use Bypass Captcha is just check that box and put it in the string in here. And then once you've done that, it's important to click check balance just to make sure that you have got the API key set up right, and just to make sure that Magic Submitter is able to connect to your account. If you've done it properly, you will get a box display that tells you what your balance is with that Captcha service. The same with Death by Captcha and the same with Image Typers. Apart from they don't use API keys, they use a username and password. So you can put your username and password in, say MS Tutorials, let's just say a password MS is great. Click check balance. Just for the video, that's not my real username and password. Click check balance. It'll tell you what your balance is if it's successful. If you've ever tried manually signing up to a site before, you'll get a little image with a load of squiggly lines and text in it, and usually you have to fill that in manually. Now, if you go with a Captcha solving service, they take care of that for you. So let's say you can choose any one of these, and that's how that's set up. The next tab that we want to look at is the Proxy tab. If we look into Magic Submitter in the Proxy tab, we can either use proxies with Magic Submitter, or we can use a service called HMA. Some people refer to it as Hide My Ass or Hide My Arse, but it's HMA VPN. There's a link for it at the bottom here. You can click on that. That will take you to their website and you can sign up for a pro VPN. I do recommend it using either proxies or HMA. By using proxies, all a proxy is you're signing up through a different IP address, and you're going out and you're creating through a different IP address, which is great. It protects your own IP address of your own computer. It allows you to use other ones, and you shouldn't get any errors like user account registrations. So the difference between proxies and HMA, once it's installed on your machine, you put your username and password into it and click connect, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything with Magic Submitter at all. In regards to proxies, all you need to do is click use proxy, rotate proxy on each run, and then you can go out to there's a few different services that you can use for proxies. I actually use a service called buyproxies.org or buyproxies.org. You can pick up semi-dedicated or dedicated proxies from them. If you decide to go for the proxies, what you need to do is you need to put them into Magic Submitter in a format as follows. The IP address would go in first, then there'll be a colon, then there'll be the port number, then there'll be another colon, then there'll be a username. We'll stick with the one that we used earlier, MS Tutorials, then the password would be MS is great. The next couple of tabs that you've got here is you've got the email tab. I recommend just leaving that exactly as it is. If you buy Magic Article Rewriter, it's a spin tool that integrates directly with Magic Submitter. If you do buy that, it gets integrated here. You don't actually need to do that yourself. If you don't own Magic Article Rewriter yet, You can go into the Magic Article Rewriter tab and just click here. Click here to purchase Magic Article Rewriter. And then finally, expert settings at the end. I recommend that you leave that as it is.